What is poppin' people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. You know what we do, we know how it be. It's back to locals. Unfortunately, it's EX7. Still going through some of the footage we've got, and it wouldn't be a Johnny game if we didn't watch him open no rookie into HPD, because he is just built like that. Dragon Linkz on a run, looking to try and see if they can get to the final round XO. Not gonna find the rookie, turn 2, and now we got a hell of rookies to pick from. Gonna pick up the Sunflower once we put it in the back. And we're going to put the Sunflower in the back, passing over 2, which means we should be able to training into Agitar if we wanted to, without having to even go sideways. Going to go for the pitch off with the Digimon to put the Volcanic in there to set up for the float if we do end on the Metallic. And this is going to be a really back and forth game, as we're going to go through to stop... let's double check what this floatgate is. Because that looks like the new Metallic, just as a non-alt, so... yeah, gonna be forced to build up in the back here because the Metallic is none of the level 4 or lower can Digivolve, so that does shut them off for the turn. So really good stuff there, because we've built up Hina-less behavior at the moment. Not right on cue. Hina comes down, and this should be a easy pop. Gain the memory, so we do get to keep turn. This is going to be swinging in. We do have a redirect, and it's going to hit a rookie. And we're going to make black and red dragons here on top of them. So red dragon will be swinging for 2 checks. We got hella opportunities to cycle. This is looking really bad for Johnny right now. On 5 memory? We're gonna see. We're gonna crack the training. Okay, so I think we're on 4 memory. So training, we're gonna come in for 2. And then this is going to be a matchup check, huh? Yep. When it would leave. I'm gonna get to play out. It looks like we're missing the Metallic. That's me off screen picking up. Because yeah, I did not know that these floated from specifics, that red was float from hand, black was float from trash. Like, that was news to me. So, you know, very fortunate for Johnny here that he didn't get caught with, didn't get caught by there being the Digivolve in hand, because that would have kind of cooked this, because he doesn't have the protection yet, but he's going to get the protection next turn. Gonna pick up the Bloom off the Mimi. And then, oh wow, look, it's a Digimon. And we're going to keep that to hand, and because he did call Digimon, we're immune to Digimon effects, so we are Bing chilling for now. Gonna swing in, and I was about to say there's no ace targets that could possibly come up, but I don't think that's correct. Yeah, but yeah, this is also a chance to matchup check yourself, making sure the eggs get sent, and then yeah, he's going to take a quick look. I don't think we're going to be getting down to them. Hits him with the check, hits the Bloom, isn't going to float, and we are still protected, of course. Only protected by Digimon effects, so we could double Hina here. We're going to swing in the rookie just to try and get some extra chip damage in. Going to go for a Lava, which is then going to play out the Hina, and then we're going to go into the Volcanic, which sets up once again the kind of mixed dragons. Obviously, spinning the Metallic is going to go foolish. We're going to get the suspension here. Coming off the Lily Ace. I really don't like his odds of being able to do this properly, really. I'm going to swing into it and then try to bot deck to unsuspend. So he's trying to go for the double clear here. Does bot deck it, and then when it would leave play, it will then float, which is going to get the Digivolve, which is going to turn skip. I'm going to pick Digimon once again, I think, just to make sure he doesn't get shot by the Digivolve one, but he's doing a really good job of trying to like spin these 6s to the bottom. We've gone through quite a few of them, and the fact that, you know, we haven't fully floated into them, I was about to say implies that we're not going to see them, but right on cue sees both off the search. This is a really good search for the Dragon Linkz player. In position to... I mean, at the very least, you kill the Lilymon ace, right? Yeah, immediate pop, gain, but not going to be able to go for the second pop with the second Hina, because the Quantumn is immune to Digimon effects, so really solid stuff there to stay immune. And we're just going to, looks like we're out of rookies again, pick Digimon, and then we're going to send that joint to the bottom. But yeah, the... just gonna get swung, yeah, so they're just gonna go into game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Yeah, today's sponsor is me. I appreciate everyone supporting me as they have, and there are plenty of other ways to support: the memberships, Twitch Prime and all of that are great ways to do so. And just making sure that in addition to slapping like down and making sure you are subscribed, there are plenty of other things that I do that I really love doing and take a lot of work, and appreciate if you guys also gave them a shout and gave us some honest feedback on them, because the only way we can make them better is if people tell us what they like and dislike. But yeah, that's it for today's sponsor. Appreciate you if you didn't skip it. Back to the video. Whilst they are getting shuffled up, I do want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. All of you members are fantastic and you help me do what I do daily. At the Mega tier, we got Justice Josh. Then for our ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, 3 Strike, Cruel, Brad, and King of Knights. For our champions, Shinny Carry, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, Andy Fings, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, the Marta FGC, Donkey Octavian, and Chava. Get bonus content from the podcast 1 month early. We're going to try and get some new stuff for you ASAP. A big thank you to our rookies and our Digi Eggs. We'll see if we get a game 3, might get to shout you out by name, but for now we're going to be shouting out Jazzamon, and it looks like we're going to be going for the level 4 in front once again, as it is going to pick up the Larvo. Really interesting how these kind of play where they don't super play on board, and Johnny keeping maybe a greedy hand, or it was a mulligan, I don't know. Maybe he was looking for a better target rookie. As we're going to build up in the back, kind of a waste of Sunflower, but obviously playing on board here is just asking to get shot. Alright. So I guess that was a rookie then, not the 4. We do get the Hina out of it, and looking at the Agitar, as the Agitar is going to turn itself sideways to play out Sunflower most likely. Yep, going to get the draw, we're going to get the power, and we're going to go into the Liliace to spin. That's really nice. Obviously we do have a Digimon on board, so we can play, but I don't think at 2 memory. Well, that's the thing actually, no. If he'd pushed out, yeah, if he'd pushed out, then maybe we would have been able to go to 3, but just slamming the 5 here, basically for reduced cost just to get the Sunflower back. The one thing you do have to be careful of is the Sunflower's now got an extra thing that you can do. We've just found the Bloom. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bloom and the Sunflower, so you can choose to evolve here, or you can go Sunflower Suspend, turn into the Bloom. Suspends the Palmon, which, yeah, get to gain 3 memory, get the Agitar memory, so up to 4. Palmon X to get the suspension, swing through to Pierce. Yeah, really clean. And then Agitar. And then go into a second Bloom, because this can swing. Gonna go for the 2. Does hit the hero, so now you don't feel bad about going for the Pomimon to pass over turn. It's going to pass him 3, we're going to go to 4 of course, and then we're going to go to 5 off the Jazza start of main. So we can go up the full line here, but unfortunately it's the Larvogamon that would search. Then we're just double checking to see that the Paladin Ace was bot decked. If it was the other one, then obviously we would have been able to free play a Hina, we might have been able to extend a bit further, so you have to kind of really make sure you do this correctly. I'm going to try and swing into the body, which I think is why we were confirming. I'm going to go for the... Okay, use the Hina with the Larvo to try and get the pop, and then we're going to go... Bang, yeah. Hit him with the reboot blocker. But yeah, there's just not going to be anything really to be able to stop it, so kind of just cycling to see what we can get, and we're going to be getting a game 3. And as we get ready for game 3, I want to say a big thank you to our rookies, Greatness Beam, Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Turtle, Sovereign, and Ale, and every single one of our members at the Digi Egg tier. Just for £1 a month, you can join the group that does sometimes get shouted out and helps me do what I do daily. Appreciate every single one of you. Jambo TCG, John Esposito, Rose Pierce, Christian Royal, Solana Descends, Yuxo, Evan Turner, Onyx Arlen, Jan Munoz, Walter Caceres, Gimme That Gaming, Robin, King Fujitoro, Crowned Clown, and Satul. You can tell I always do these live because I do be messing these up half the time. Some people do them at like the very end slate. I'm sure some people would prefer that, but you know, I like actually being able to shout people out during a reasonable time in a video. Maybe for the video essays, that's going to be at the end. So yeah, hopefully I'll get around to those soon. You know, work has been busy. I've been doing my best. No, it looks like we're going to be having the D-Link's player go first just every single time. This time we are going to actually get the double pickup off of the Hina. It does pick up the Rock Dragon as well as a Hina Kurisara, I think her name is. Gonna get the pitch once again, trying to give us an extra memory, which I think means that we can try and go into a Hina early. Gonna get the Wind Digivolving to play the Hina, and then do you... Passing 3 is kinda ugh. Not a fan of passing 3. So we're gonna pass 2. Having a Slam Ball search is really, really helpful here, because we've gone 3 wide. Really, really messy stuff from the both of them. Out comes the Palmon for free. I'm going to pick up the Bloom and the Pal X, which means one of these unfortunate sods is going sideways. Although I don't know if you do that yet. We're going to go Quantumn actually. So we're going to tuck in and we're going to take a nice early look at security. It's all trash in there really. We're just going to take out the biggest boy just to bot deck it. Mostly because we're looking at level 4s. Start of turn, of course, we go to 4, so that gives you a lot. Are we gonna just try and dig for a second Hina? Don't have one. Should get the pop on the... Yeah, pop on the Palmon, get the memory back. Then we're immune to Digimon effects, so the Quantumon is not gonna be able to do it. But the problem is the Quantum can't actually remove the... Can't remove the dragon when it's down. We are gonna swing in because we know that there's just trash in security, so everything is basically a free chip. Although it can get swung over, but I don't think there's any DP inherits or like major DP inherits. And now the Johnny Low special, we didn't really get to see it in the last game that it was shown up. But yeah, now if he dares to play the game, swing at security, that'll be free 2 memory for Johnny every single turn. So really solid stuff, and of course he can just gotcha in if he needs it. Gonna get the second Hina played out of the 4 evolving. Swinging at security, 2 checks at 17. And it's always HPD. Everyone that was kind of watching immediately started laughing as soon as it shows up, because of course it was first check. Of course it was first check. It's always first check. Not only does he have the Izzy Mimi out, but then he also has the additional win button. And now we got hella memory because you went sideways. We're up to 6. 2 dragons is pretty sick, but the problem is you gotta be really careful with how you navigate this. In this situation, you kind of do have to go punch for punch. Gonna go HPD into, whoa, yeah, HPD into the ace is pretty sick. We're not gonna gain any, actually no, we should get 1 extra memory off the Agitar here, which will push us to 6. And we're just gonna reset the trash. All right, yeah, so we gain the memory. Gonna swing and then try and bot deck, and then it's gonna de-digivolve 3 and then swing into it. So yeah, not respecting that flow at all. Really, really unfortunate stuff there. But we're gonna go Mega Gargamon Ace to suspend both of those and stop them from unsuspending. We are gonna reboot, of course, during his turn as well. Not protected though, so it is something that could get shot. It's something that I definitely think he needed to just play the Pomu first. Like if he'd played the Pomu first, which he had in hand, he had the memory for it. You can see, yeah, he's just kind of flashing it there. He realized that like, he just had so much memory. It was one of those things he wasn't expecting to actually have to deal with it. And there's going to be the... Oh, are we still... Whoa, second ace comes down? Okay. He's going to swing, he's going to die, so that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, it's really weird that a red deck doesn't have DP boosts. No, really, really strange that that's not like a thing. Unless I'm missing something. Gonna gain a bajillion memory as we put down the Hina. This time we're gonna try and swing through as we are bigger and we are gonna swing through. So just playing for the board clear, knowing that they can't float now that the Pomu that really should have been here the turn before has finally shown up. But yeah, Johnny showing that he had hella aces on deck. Second training. We find another Quantum. We're actually not gonna pick it up. So that implies I think we're gonna try and finish this with Bloom. Up to 5 memory, so we can try and play on front. In terms of checks here, we're looking... Yeah, I think he's just trying to figure out the maths, because, I mean, Johnny with 2 checks here does go crazy. Just gonna slam the on play to make him reset. It takes a lot of damage off the board. And of course, thanks to the overflow, we did gain a lot. Start of main, we did get to tag the Metallic, so going straight into Palmon X is a free 2 memory. So kind of just really tugging at the memory gauge. And speaking of, not going to spend any as we crack the training to go into the Sunflower. Sunflower play Palmon, Palmon search Palmon. Do we need to suspend the Togemon to get a free tamer? We can just make a new Toge, but we're going to not suspend itself, suspend the freshly played Palmon that can't swing. And then reduce the cost of the Evo. We're going to go in as we now tap the Mimi that was free played to get into the 5. And now we're looking to see how many cards Johnny actually has left to play with, because deck out is now a very real alternate win condition. I think we're just checking to see what this will float into, because we're no longer actually on a Pomimon, and I'm not sure if he's used up all of his Pomimons here, because he did evolve over 2 of them to go into the 4s, and we're going to go for the Bloom. Bloom suspend itself, game back, game back, game back. And can we do it? He's not on the Grand Gale in this instance, and he's thinking about swinging, whether he tries to swing for piercing or whether he swings through it, because we know it will float into a volcanic, which is why he was looking. We're going to go into security at comically large for 2 checks, go into Ayata, go sideways. As much as he wanted to gamble, play out Sunflower to go for the 1 cost Bloom, and by that I mean -6 cost Bloom. Now he should be able to make Quartz Raw. Gonna green boost. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's his Quartz. Take the cooler one. And then this actually is going to be a Quartz that comes down for 4. Suspend everything. Gain back enough memory to keep turn, burn 2, and swing the last. If you like what you saw and you do want to see more and love it, enjoying seeing these kind of niche decks in these formats go head to head and put in work, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If today is your happy birthday, then happiest of birthdays. And as always, gang, have yourselves a damn good one.